start streaming. Go. Does that work? Are we working? Are we live? I don't think we're live yet. No, we are live. Can we hear sounds? Can we hear sounds? Oh, we can. That's amazing. All right. Put that over there. We will put that over here. Put that over there. I'm gonna hear myself, so I'm gonna have to mute this because I think it's working. Mute that nonsense. Who wants to see a Google screen? That looks cool. All right, so guys, thank you for joining. Nobody's watching, but we're gonna do a live draft, baseball draft, with a friend of mine, with like 8 random people. So yeah, this should be fun, sort of fun, kind of fun, a little fun. Um, we got to get another team. So I'm gonna see if he's ready to go. Ready? Let me know. Let me know when we're ready. Are we whole squad ready? Are we ready for some fantasy baseball? I figured we'd just do a live stream because baseball starts tomorrow, opening day, not till like 3 o'clock Eastern time, which is kind of a bummer. I miss being on the West Coast or Arizona for moments like football season. Wake up Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Time for football. Same holds true for baseball, right? Just wake up. Oftentimes, like sometimes 9:30 in the morning, sometimes 10 o'clock already be baseball games on, and if there's day games on the East Coast, but yeah, we're gonna join a public league here, and try to get in. Yeah, I'm not in Boston though, so trying to get into the same. Let's see what they took away live lobbies a long time ago. Head-to-head points. Oh, that's Roto. So I gotta make sure I'm in the right Roto spot for Boston. That's Arizona. Oh, I'm not in. Not in. Arizona. Oh no, it's head to head. I don't want that. I gotta always make sure to leave league because you don't want to end up with like 30 leagues. I did that one time. Messed up and ended up with like a million leagues. I think we're in Arizona. Arizona Pro Roto. Yeah, that's my friend right there, Kyle. Walter's Wild Team. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna just live stream it for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. I have no music. I have no nothing. I hope the sound's okay. I'm using one of those Orb from Logitech. I don't have headphones on, headset on, or anything. So we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, so basically, what my friend and I do every year is do a fantasy draft in the beginning of the season, or beginning of the season, beginning of spring training, and one at the end of spring training, and just kind of, it's interesting to see like what's changed. You know, players get hurt, your strategies might change, and it's just for rights, yeah, bragging rights, aka. No, we also like I don't know, we put like $5 or $10. Whoever does better, maybe $5 each team or $10 each team, lunch or something like that. Whoever wins lunch. But what often happens though during the course of the season is when it's really not that much stakes, it's hard to follow. We have more fun just drafting teams, like actually paying attention during the season is a little tough. I like doing daily fantasy. I figure a lot of you guys out there would probably like to do daily fantasy baseball instead of like a full season long, because at least daily fantasy you can. I'm gonna open up a little Red Bull here. Wild Berries, it's not that good. The Wild Berries Red Bull, not a fan, by the way. Um, yeah, so it's going to start in about a minute. So we did a draft before preseason, geez, before spring training. I can open up another tab here. kind of give you guys an idea of what we ended up with. I love baseball first and foremost. It's my favorite sport, always will be. Have a soft spot for NASCAR growing up in Florida. Early years have a soft spot for, NFL, but um, yeah, so this is the team we ended up with drafting before. I kind of like the team, but as you can tell, I still got to fill up some bench spots. I went closer heavy. Um, I hope the audio is okay. I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, we took Cal Raleigh, Tristan Cassis, Jordan Westberg, Royce Lewis. He got hurt. He'll be out probably for most of April. Gunner might be out for most of April. So that's a bit of a bummer. Corbin Carroll, very high on Jackson Merrill, O'Neal Cruz, Mike Trout, and Bo Bichette. I liked the draft when I did it. Now looking back, this is pretty much a not too good of a team. We don't have a lot of starting pitchers either. I just have, hoping Spencer comes back relatively soon. Brennan Pfaadt, Brian Wu. We took some closers. So this draft I might go more starting pitching just for the heck of it. Yeah, we might do. We might go that route. Go more starting pitching. See how that goes. First I noticed, anybody who's doing drafts out there or does daily fantasy, some positions are way stronger than others. First base, third base seems to be as weak as it's been. Catcher spot seems to be pretty weak. Tons of outfielders, though. Tons of outfielders. You can wait and still get very good players late. Shortstops is decent. But yeah. So let's see what happens. Let's see what pick we end up with. I think for the first draft, we ended up like around ninth, which was ninth. With his ninth, because you get the pick like kind of, and we end up eighth here. My friend's named Tsunami. He gets the first pick. All right. Must be nice to get number one pick. I'm gonna say that to him in chat here. Must be nice to get Otani. Must be nice to get the first overall pick. That's awesome. I'm looking at the feed and I don't know, it's not that good quality, but oh well. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I might, the thing is with these drafts, sometimes you get into these drafts with, these are all random people and there's no stakes, right? So oftentimes people stop drafting, they'll go on auto pick. I would have loved to get involved in a baseball draft with 8 other people or 9 other people, but time and just finding those is a little bit tough. So we'll just do the daily fantasy stuff. Throughout the season. And we'll see how it goes here. We're just going to basically try our best and see what we have. So picking around 8, I mean, Corbin might be there again. I try not to draft the same exact players that we did the first time. But yeah, I might reach, this is a situation where I might hope that Skeens is there at 13. I have a feeling I'll probably, if I want Skeens, I'm probably going to have to take him at 8 because somebody's definitely going to reach. There's going to be a lot more reaching for players just because people just want who they want. They don't really care. Strategy is not really that important. I'm just trying to beat one person basically, not trying to, I don't need to beat every single player or, person here. So, yeah. I haven't had a chance to look and see who is. I haven't had to look and see it at all the matchups for tomorrow. I have no idea. 7 more seconds. Yeah, so I might take Skeens at 8 if he's there, just for the heck of it. Unless somebody might just reach for him really early. I'm going to assume, my friend took Shohei. Okay, so here goes Bobby. I mean, this should go pretty normal, I would think. Last draft, I think somebody took Skeens 6th or 7th, I think, last time I did a draft, which, is just not really that realistic, sort of. But yeah, I don't like the wild berries one. It has like a weird tang to it. I don't like to drink too much Red Bulls, period, anymore. But I gotta make sure if I'm doing a live stream that I'm not burping or doing something stupid. But yeah, I prefer like peach or just the Eden flower. What is it called? Eden flower, cauliflower, cauliflower Red Bull. No, just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Skeen's gonna be there. If somebody's just gonna reach and take him, that's fine. Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, if he's at 8, it's hard not to want to take Ellie De La Cruz. Even though I'm gonna try to just do a lot of pitchers. I just want to see what happens if I take a even though the starting pitching is there's a lot of depth in the pitching department. So this is not really a winning, like a terribly great strategy just to take a whole bunch of starters because there's just so many of them. But if somebody like right now, if Scott Smart team takes Skeens, I might just take Ellie. Yeah, I don't think I would like to not take Skeens. Yeah, okay, so Ellie just went. So like Corbin Carroll probably should take Carroll. Lindor's not, a very solid choice too as well. Uh, I mean, yeah, if I didn't already take Carroll on the first team, probably wouldn't mind taking, but we are just gonna. I don't know if Skeens is gonna still be there at 13. I might be. I'm gonna just reach and do something kind of silly with it, have a little fun with this draft. So we'll just go ahead and take Skeens. If this was like a big money draft or big money draft, a big money league, I definitely wouldn't have taken Skeens that high. Definitely would have taken like Corbin or Lindor or Julio or something like that. So because we took Skeens at 13, I do like Jackson Churio a lot. Here's what I have a propensity of doing on these a lot of drafts, even in money drafts. Like I have a knack of always just taking too many younger players, and that's good and bad because there's a lot of upside with some of these guys, but it can also nip you in the butt if a lot of these guys just don't pan out, have sophomore slumps. Like I love Jackson Churio a lot, but it's not a given 100% that I mean, he was crazy in spring training, but that's just spring training. He was very good last year, struggled, of course, for stretches because, he was a rookie. I mean, Corbin Carroll's still sitting there. Like, it's kind of just silly here. We're talking about Corbin Carroll. Okay, now he just went. So, Carroll would have really had to think long, hard about not taking Carroll at 13. Yeah, I mean, Tariq Skubal is sitting there. If I'm going to do this thing where we're just going to take a bunch of just crazy pitchers, I guess I'll take Skubal. I don't like taking players that had career years the year before because not that Skubal is going to be terrible, but Zach Wheeler's there. Wheeler's another guy that he's due to kind of fall off eventually a little bit. But that division is so bad, right? I mean, obviously the Braves and Mets are good, but the Nationals are bad, and the Marlins are bad. Um, yeah, it's hard not to want to take Jackson Churio. But we're gonna stick with it here and just go with pitchers. And see just how this plays out. Yeah. So there is a scenario there where I could have easily taken like Corbin at 8 and then gotten Jackson Chorio and been like pretty much set for like outfield, right? Because that would have been kind of fun too. But I've decided to just load up on starters. You know, we'll see what happens here. There's so much depth in a lot of these outfielders that, I mean, Jaron Duran, we can go down the list and there's going to be some guys that kind of pop up. So at 28, that's going to put us kind of around. I don't know if I want to do pitcher again. We got Corbin Burns as a possibility. We could just take him and really just go nuts with the starters. Yeah, we have. I don't like Dylan Cease. He's not terrible. I don't know. Something about Dylan Cease just Garrett Crochet. Like talk about like upside, right? But maybe a little bit too much hype with Garrett Crochet. It certainly is interesting. It certainly is a very like high risk, high reward. I don't remember if I don't think I got Wyatt Langford in my other team. So Wyatt Langford might be a player that I'd be more inclined to kind of go for um, at 28. I don't know if we'll be at 33. So I might go Wyatt Langford and then Corbin Burns or something like that. Just load up with another pitcher and then just get a really what I hope is going to be a really good player in Wyatt Langford. Again, talking about like a second full season, so you kind of there's concerned about what kind of adjustments he can make quickly enough where he doesn't struggle. I mean, he's only projected. These are very like safe projections, and we're only talking about like a 2020 player. But the hope would be more like 30 home runs and 30 steals, right? Like that's the potential of where his ceiling kind of would be in year two is can he like really exceed expectation and the potential to have a 30-30 season? And that's, where it gets kind of interesting. So, okay, Logan Gilbert went pretty high. Brett Rooker just went. I see my friend just took. Yeah, so he's going crazy on offense. This is good. I mean, he's got Jordan, he's got Otani, who's in the pitcher spot, but obviously he's going to be DH. He's going to be in his utility spot most of the time. So I can see he's is looking like he's going crazy on offense, which is probably the way to do it. We'll see how it goes. Um, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Just having some fun. Hopefully, this draft doesn't take too long. And yeah, tomorrow we'll start. We're gonna probably start our baseball videos tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do a video tomorrow afternoon before the season starts, before the games start. We got an egg. Picked up an egg at Target, so this is the Series One egg. So we're gonna open one of these for our first video of the season, and I might even pick up another one to just since it's Easter anyway, we might just do that and open up some of those for the first week and weekend of the season. And yeah. That's where the draft gets a little sluggish already, as we're only in round 3. All right, so we got Pete Alonso, Harper. First base and third base definitely is a little. See, Merrill's still available right now, and that would take Merrill and Langford back to back is. But the problem is, like, so I'm looking at taking like Langford or like Merrill, and already in my mind, I'm like, these are 3 of my 4 picks. Then would be rookies from last year. Not like they're 19, 20-year-old kids, but like, and there goes Crochet. So I was thinking about taking Garrett Crochet. I'm not really high on Reagan's. Not that he's terrible either. Corbin Burns. I like Corbin a lot. I'm being a homer on my team, but I like William Contreras. It's a lot of really good players. Jaron Duran, very good player. All right, we'll keep it rolling on the pitchers, and then we'll at some point we are going to start getting some offensive players. But we don't need like aces every time. Like there's a lot of pitchers I like later on too that we can get. Don't want to take O'Neill Cruz. We took Wyatt Langford still being. I like Wyatt Langford a lot. Um, Yeah, probably gonna take Wyatt Langford if he's still there at 33. Just go for some upside and see what happens. We'll see what happens. What a crazy day for Pokemon. Trying to find Pokemon today. Just an insane day. It's getting ridiculous. Aldi had Pokemon tins that I heard horror stories about. Um, a lot of people lined up at Targets, but the new Journey Together set doesn't drop until Friday, so they just had a lot of just other stuff. And if you weren't like in the top four of the line, you weren't going to get anything great. Like you weren't going to get any Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles. You weren't going to get anything else that's like really sought after. So I didn't even, I was hoping to hit Walmart earlier today, but that never happened either. But okay, so we got King went, Marte went, Burns. All right, so we're gonna get Langford here. Um, we don't pick again until 46, so there's really nobody else. We're gonna roll tonight. This is like White Langford might not end up being that great this year. But we do need to start filling out some of the offense here. I mean, Trey Turner is awfully interesting too. But we're going to go with the higher upside guy and take Langford. Smarter pick probably would have been to take Trey Turner. Obviously, maybe even Jaron Duran, but yeah. I mean, even Jazz Chisholm, like a full season in that small ballpark in New York, he won't be there back around when I pick again, but that would have been something that probably would have made some sense. Probably would have made some sense. Probably would have made some 740 on the East Coast here. I have a video that I did yesterday opening up some a Crown Zenith box and 2 tins of Paldean Fates. And a Crown Zenith box was really good. I mean, relatively speaking, I didn't hit like a crazy card. Not like the packs of not like when we hit the SIR from Journey Together, like one of the top 3 or 4, I guess, from that set. But I just showed like a card backwards just now. But I have a really hard time with my editing software. Using Microsoft Clipchamp is probably not the way to go. I just don't have a whole lot of time to sit there and play around with it. So I use that and it just crashes like so often and it's so annoying. So I'm gonna try to get that video uploaded and have it hopefully published by like 9 o'clock tonight. So now we're gonna play the waiting game, waiting through all these picks. Manny Machado, Trey Turner, there goes Jazz, Yamamoto. Another player I just realized to take, and I just thought about it now, is Sasaki on the Dodgers. Because he's not rated. Unless somebody took him and I didn't realize it, and it's possible. Because I've been paying attention, but not like, I don't know if he's still there. Yeah, 106. I mean, that's interesting. He was, in 3 innings in that Japan game, 5 walks, 3 Ks. The walks were a little crazy, but he's ranked 106. So I mean, theoretically, I could wait. I should not reach for him at this point. It's just too soon, but he'd be somebody that we can fill out a rotation with. Excuse me. There's a lot of good pitchers. That's why I don't generally like to do this strategy. It's probably really, really bad because there's guys, Bryce Miller, there's guys, that you can fill out a rotation. Yamamoto that just got drafted in the 3rd round or 4th round even. So this probably wasn't really the best way of going about it. But all right, we're coming up here soon of what we want to do here. We are going to need some homers, some power. I do like to combine the power and speed. That's why we took Langford. I mean, there's CJ Abrams. Or we could just go ridiculous power and Schwarber and just completely nuke the stolen bases and batting average categories. Jake Berger, that was a pretty good find. Yeah, Berger goes higher, and I always kind of forget about him on the Rangers. Shota's really good too. There's a lot of good pitchers. I'm kind of instantly regretting my decision to just go pitchers. There's not a shortage of really good pitchers. Whereas there's definitely a shortage of some position players. There's James Wood, but then again, we're taking all rookies again. Um, I don't like any of the. I mean, Ozuna's just a DH. He's still very good. He's still very, very good. What a weird play that would make. It doesn't make any sense, but do we dare just take Ozuna here? I think we do. Schwarber. All right. I'm going to take Ozuna. I'm not sure if that was good or not. Probably not. But we do like. I like taking Adley. I might take Adley here coming up and be like done with the catcher spot. Problem is, like, I got a lot of DHs too, which is bad. Like Ozuna's never going to leave the utility spot, and the flexibility kind of deteriorates because Adley obviously is our catcher, but he can also be DH. But I can't have Adley and Ozuna occupy the same DH spot. But catchers are, and I ended up with Cal Raleigh. I mean, Yaner's not that terrible, honestly. Really isn't. He's projected actually to be better than Adley. We could just get Yainer Diaz, not take Adley. Adley's got that ability to just, I don't know. Every time I think he's going to go off for like 30 home run season, it doesn't happen. All right, we're not going to take Adley. I might just wait and get like Yander Diaz. So, what does that leave us with? CJ Abrams, Brenton Doyle. I might take Brenton Doyle. I think we're going to take Brenton Doyle. Yep. Looks like Doyle, Colorado Park, and he's got some speed. So we'll go with Doyle here. I have no idea how this team is weird. This team's going to be really weird. This might be one of the worst teams at the end of the day. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Seeing some closers start to come off. I did that backwards the first draft. I took a lot of closers early, and that's probably worse. It's like closers. You don't want it's like taking a kicker early in football. Like you would never do that. But we're in this draft because it's not a pay league. So we're seeing Devin Williams fly off, and then there goes Mason Miller. I'm sure there was somebody else too that came off the board. I'm not really going to worry about closers at all. In this one, we're going to probably nuke that category completely, or just pick up. Every time somebody gets. The problem is the closers, like, they lose their jobs pretty quickly. Somebody gets hurt. If you're fast enough, you can pick up like the closers during the season and still be okay in that category when it's all said and done. So we're going to go that route, I think, and leave like a couple, two or three, probably three spots available. Maybe draft one closer late, like really later on, and then just do it during the season. So pick 68 coming up. We want to do. What do we want to do? I think we want to do. What do we want to do? Do we want to go youth with Junior Caminero as our third baseman and just hope that he figures it out? That could be a possibility. Or we take Yanner Diaz. So all right, right now I'm thinking about taking Yanni or Diaz and Junior Caminero. Caminero was brutal during spring in a sense that he wasn't hitting, but he did have like 5 home runs. I think Caminero's the power is just going to play no matter what. Now, does he hit projected to be 260? He doesn't have a lot of speed. So does he hit 270 with 30 home runs, or does he hit 220 with 30 home runs, or 25 home runs? It, I, I think it's more going to be like 240, 245 with Junior Caminero. But he's got the ability to hit maybe 30 home runs if he gets enough at bats. I don't know. Now we're taking a lot of rookies again or second year players. And this draft has come to a stance. So how many people are auto picking? It looks like one person's auto, the Charlie Brown guy. Yeah, which isn't too bad for a pay for a not. I keep saying pay league. It's not too bad for to go this long and only one person is auto picking. I've done drafts before with my friend where like three of the people like were just out immediately, and that's just dumb because the top player is going to go off the board every single time, and there's no strategy involved whatsoever. I'm curious to see what he's ending up with. McLean, Seager, yeah. So he's going Bellinger, yeah. So he's going definitely all mostly. Yeah, he's got. I mean, Otani's a pitcher, but he's not going to pitch, right? Not for a bit yet. So he's definitely went all offense and is realizing that you can still get really good pitchers later on. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try to take Roki Sasaki, the next wave. So not pick 68 or 73. I'm gonna try to hope to get him the next round, which would still be a reach, but not that bad of a reach. Goes Abrams, goes Nola. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Yonder Diaz here. I think we're gonna take Junior Caminero. I think we're gonna do that. Let's see if any of those two players get taken. I'm trying to think of who we're missing out on. I guess Cam Smith, also Mike Trout. I mean, what does Trout do if he can stay relatively healthy? I took him in the last draft, but the value could be insane. Bo Bichette. I mean, there's a lot of good players. Stephen Kwan, Riley Green could break out and have a really, really good year. Shea Langoliers even at the catcher spot. Yeah, it looks like Sandy Alcantara really jumped up the. Really jumped. I forgot about him too. Sandy Alcantara for a pitcher spot. This draft has come to a screeching halt. So it doesn't look like anybody's watching this, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I just decided to do a live draft thing just to help me talk through it too and just talk through a strategy instead of just like browsing while I'm doing a draft and not really paying attention. All right. Both my guys are still there. We'll take Yanner and get that out of the way. Probably going to be Caminero unless I want to get crazy with it and go with. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we don't. When do we pick again? 73, 74, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85 is 6. We pick at 88. I mean, I don't know if we should take Roki Sasaki now or wait. Seeing if there's anybody else that I'm missing. Trout. We are going to need to start taking some hitters here. Yeah, I don't know. This has kind of come to a screeching halt, a little slow. Little slow, little slow, little slow, little slow. Little slow. Okay. I thought about Lawrence Butler. He just got drafted. I thought about taking Lawrence Butler a lot, actually. Yeah, did think about. I'm gonna not take Caminero. I'm probably gonna regret it. I might just go silly and there's Lewis Robert too. I'd just be silly and take Sasaki. Why not? So that's four stud starters basically. um, I mean Schwellenbach too is just really really good. So yeah, this is definitely not. In retrospect, like if I did another draft, seeing like filling out a starting rotation of, I mean Zach Gallen hasn't even been taken yet. Um, Schwellenbach is projected to be really, really good. Justin Steele's still down here. Luis Castillo. There's a lot of depth in starting pitching. So just this strategy is definitely not even close. I just wanted to be fun with, have some fun with it, and just I don't know, just take really, really aces basically across the board. Um, I don't know. You never know. Again, all I'm trying to do is beat my friend. I don't need to beat every single player or every single person that's in this draft. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get off this draft and my friend will be like, I hate everything that you did about the draft. Of course, he didn't like the first draft. He hated that I took like all closers, which is kind of silly. Yeah. Um, I'd say if at 88 and Caminero's still there, and that's very, very possible, I might just go ahead and take him. Yeah. Um, James Wood. I like James Wood a lot, but we're taking rookies. Schwellenbach. All right. So on my list right now is Schwellenbach, another pitcher, James Wood, Junior Caminero. Um, look, I just scroll down the list a little bit. There's Matt Shaw. There's Odalis Garcia. Matt Shaw could be interesting. Like Jackson Holiday. Again, I like just taking all the rookies and stuff and hoping they're all. I have a really bad habit of just taking all the young players, and then I don't know, Riley Green should probably be a person that we look at. There's a lot of good players. There's a lot of good players. It's weird how they did these drafts though. Like there's only 3 outfield spots now. There's only 19 total rounds. This is way different. We did this correctly, Pro Roto League? Like this is crazy. There's only 19 total. There used to be like five. There used to be 5 outfielders. Why does it feel like the first one was different? And I feel like we did. No, yeah, there's 3 outfielders. They really took out a lot of the. Yeah, it used to be like a 25 rounds, and I'm almost certain that there used to be like you would have 5 outfielders. Now you just have 3. So what they've kind of done, I think, in a sense, is they really turned it into like daily fantasy. You just have your 3 outfielders, just like real life. You play at every position, and then you have your rotation. Um, that's interesting as I think about it now. Like how they really did it, where it's like you don't. There's a lot of players that are going to be left too. Like there's going to be tons of all stars basically that are going to be left on the free agent list because there's no spots for all these players. Um, so none of the players that I saw were coming off. So yeah, probably going to go for some offense now. Probably should take Junior Caminero. Yeah, I don't know who else. Riley Green too, but now we're like flexibility. A lot of DH guys that we're taking. What was the other person I saw that was interesting? Oh yeah, Matt Shaw at 144. That is a reach. A lot of upside again. Matt Shaw. He certainly feels like he can play. The fact that he's eligible at third, second, and short makes me want to just go reach him for that player now because that is important as far as like roster flexibility. Um, Having somebody that can play all those positions. So I'm not going to take him at 88 though. I think we'll go ahead and take Caminero. Vientos too, but I'm going to go with just the higher upside and just roll with it. I mean, this is a value at this point, considering the draft spot. So we'll take Caminero, and then we're going to take Matt Shaw. We're going to reach for Shaw. And, yeah. Go with Matt Shaw on the way back. Maybe get a Cam Smith just for fun. Although he could, it might not be that good. So we might take him last if he's available or close to last. And see what happens. Yeah, that is weird. There's only 19 rounds now. And you really don't need to worry about taking all the outfielders. And loading up pitcher spots. Okay, let's take Matt Shaw. And yeah, things are getting pretty much down to it now at this rate. I might take Spencer Schwellenbach or Alcantara if one of those guys are still available on the way back at 108. I think we'll take one of those. And then probably we do need a first baseman. Yeah, I mean, we can take Luis Arias, even though he doesn't really do much. There's a lot of players still available. I mean, Christian's still there. Spencer Steer, I mean, not super great. There's no really higher upside first baseman. Oof, not really. Yeah. I don't know what Naylor's going to do on the D-backs. Take Arias. It would help with the batting average category, but I wish, does he have is there any year where Luis Arias just somehow, is there any way he somehow has a year where he just goes for like 10 home runs? Like any more power? Didn't he have a season? Yeah, like 2023, he hit 10 homers. And then last year he just hits 4. Is there any scenario where he does more than he does he has like a 2023 season, like a 5 WAR? Like this is like legit, like better fantasy player, right? Where he just hits a 10 home run mark with, he's not going to steal bases, but that would be an interesting. He's 27. He's kind of in that prime where like players like to kind of go off and have this weird year where they hit more power. If he hits like 290 with like 15 home runs, is that he's going to get taken here and it's not going to matter? But I might roll the dice and take Luis Arias. He is not. I don't know if he might not even be there at this point with 4 people left to pick. But I might take Luis Arias, just hoping that he has a season more like he did 2 years ago, where he had that double-digit home run total and hit like crazy. And then I can plug him in at first, second, get that again with that roster flexibility, which is pretty important, especially with not, only 19 slots total. So yeah, I think, all right, if he's still there here, we got 2 more picks. He might not be there. I mean, he's 163 as we're talking about this. Like, that's how, he's not ranked high for a reason because he only brings you really good value in one category, and that's batting average. Maybe we can wait then. Um, so they completely took away the second, so they took away two outfield spots. There used to be like a second base slash shortstop roster spot too. That is gone now. I don't know. I kind of don't like that actually. Bo Bichette. I wish. I don't know. Again, this is another player that he was figuring out some stuff in spring training a lot. Was hurt last year. He's got potential. We're drafting off a potential that Bo Bichette remembers who he is or who he can be. So we just took Bo Bichette. And I will take Arias, but we might not take Arias now. So I'm wondering what my friend's been doing this whole time. Okay, so we took Laz now, then they took a closer. Okay. All right. Is there like a project? Sometimes you can look at like what you're projected to do. Standings, yeah. We're projected to be seventh based on projected stats. My friend's projected to be third, so that's not good. So, but you can tell like stolen base is not that great. Yeah, no saves. I don't know. I've been projected first and finished last. I've been projected to finish last and finish like top two too. So injuries happen. Everything gets kind of wacky. Another guy, Luis Robert. Can he ever figure it out at all? Man, he's got again just like another guy that could he be the guy that he was like 2 years ago? Let's find out. We're gonna take Luis Robert. And then we can go with Arias at first base if we want to. We're gonna take one more starter and then and then two closers probably. And a bench spot. And then we have three bench spots, so we can take someone else. Someone else. I'm going to minimize this for a second and see if I can get this. See if we can get this video uploaded to YouTube. Oops. Trying to get this going. It's not really wanting to go. Need a better editing software tool. Should look into that. We should look into that. Am I too close? The password is applesauce. Oh, way too close to the screen. My head. People are just seeing a big face in the. I mean, nobody's watching anyway, but whatever. Nobody wants to watch a live stream. So sad. I don't know. All right, we got Brian Reynolds, Spencer Strider's out the door. Tanner Scott's out the door. Alcantara. It's interesting. Riley Green still. I mean, there's going to be so many players. Logan O'Hoppe for catcher. Volpe. Jason Dominguez. What do we think? What are we thinking Jason Dominguez is going to do this year? Justin Jackson Holiday is going to get some time because Gunner's out for the first 3 weeks of the season or 2 weeks of the season. How do we feel about guys like Helio Ramos, who's gonna he might even lead off for the Giants? I don't know. Is there anybody we're missing? Is there any hitters that we should be focusing on that? I mean, there's a Cam Smith guy, right? If we want to really go nuts and just take like a rookie that could be amazing or probably more likely to be. I don't know what the projections were on Cam Smith, but I mean, he's the third baseman. He was not projected to do anything. So we're talking about he's going to start in right field. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't. No thanks. No, thank you. We're gonna take Sandy Alcantara, and then we're probably gonna take a closer. We do still need a first baseman technically. I think did anybody take? I think Arias just went. Okay, so Luis Arias did get drafted, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. I am gonna take Sandy Alcantara though, and probably. I mean, Brian Wu is another interesting choice as well. There's a lot to like about him. But we're gonna. Oh, he just got taken right before me. First time the entire draft, it was a player that I was eyeing that got taken literally to pick before me. All right, well, that's a bit of a bummer. I am unprepared. I am unprepared now. Rutro. I guess should we just go get a closer? Oof, I screwed that up. Is Lucas Urseg the closer for the Rose? Nope. Yeah, so we screwed this up. I think Chapman's the closer in Boston. I think he was named the closer, so we'll take Aroldis Chapman. What are we projected now? Be last? Hey, projected to be fifth now. All right. Projected in the top half because we just took Aroldis Chapman. Whatever. That was first time the entire draft somebody took a player right before me that I wanted to get. Oh well. I guess we do still need a first baseman. Um, I wish there was like a young, like I don't know, somebody who's there isn't anybody. First base, it's something to keep in. You know, if I did another draft, I'd be like, probably should have gotten a first baseman sooner. But I just found the guy I want right there, Spencer Torkelson. I I shouldn't just draft him. I mean, he's 419, but um, yeah, I mean, he was good in spring. You know, I don't know. He was very bad last year, so very very bad last year. And he wasn't. I mean, we're talking again 2 years ago. The dude hit 31 home runs. He was a very he was an above average player. I think we can wait on Torkelson. I don't think I have to. I think we're gonna wait. I don't need to draft him now, but I don't know who to draft honestly right now. This is a bit of a problem. Um, yeah, that's a bit. I'm not prepared here. Spencer Steer. I mean, yeah. Gosh. I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar, or no, I got caught my pants down. Jason Dominguez is a very high upside player, and I think we're just gonna, he steals bases. What the heck? We'll take Dominguez. Maybe he'll surprise. Yeah. I didn't like where this draft kind of went. It kind of went off the reservation a little bit. I did want to take one closer, and I got one. I don't know if I want to take any more. God, Ben Joyce. I wish Ben Joyce should be closing in LA, but he's not. The dude throws 104 miles an hour. I mean, but again, this is like one of those guys that at some point during the season, he's going to be the closer. I'm just going to have to wait it out. I feel like I'm missing like a bunch of players that Profar on the Braves. Again, outfielder. Kerry Carpenter on Detroit. Rafaela is going to hit ninth for Boston, which is unfortunate. Ceddanne Rafaela is not the greatest of all time by any stretch, but Ceddanne Rafaela, who was a rookie last year, if he was hitting like second or like fifth or sixth, or probably not fifth, but like sixth, or like even like hitting second somehow, or even, I don't know, he wouldn't lead. And he could lead off. It's not like he's slow, he's pretty fast. He has that ability to maybe be like a fringe 2020 guy, but he's going to hit ninth or eighth, and that just sucks all the value from not only like a fantasy perspective, but from like a sports card collecting perspective too. There's a lot to like about Ceddanne Rafaela, and the fact that he's eligible for both shortstop and outfielder as well is interesting. But the fact that he's going to be hitting so low in that order. Yeah, I mean, Justin Martinez is probably going to close sort of for the D-backs, but he's very short leash, and I'm sure Puck is going to get some opportunities too. So that's tough. Nobody likes Ezekiel Tovar. That's such a shame. It's a dude that's going to hit 20 to 25 homers, steal 10 to 15 bases. But there's like, because of these roster spots now, like what are you gonna do? I don't know. It's weird. I'd still need a freaking first baseman. I guess we're just gonna go get. I mean, there's Goldie too. At bat speed though. I don't know. I don't. It's interesting. Like, what would Goldie do as a 37-year-old? Last year, it was starting to finally fall off, right? But he's playing in such a bandbox in New York. It's one of those situations where you can take Goldie, and you're for sure going to get 20 to 25 home runs, and you might get like he might steal 10 bags still, but or you can go get Spencer Torkelson, who might surprise and hit 40 home runs. Okay, probably not 40 home runs, but I honestly don't know what to do in that spot. Yeah, that's a bummer. You know who I liked during spring training a bit is Gavin Williams on the Guardians. Where is he ranked? Or did he get drafted? No. I like Gavin Williams a lot, actually. I'm going to say Gavin Williams. I just drafted a player just for the heck of it. And then I might just go get Torkelson. What are we rejected now? Still fifth. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. Where are we lacking in? Home runs? Yeah, of course. Because we didn't pick a first baseman. So we're projected to be terrible run scoring, terrible with homers, Terrible in RBIs. Good stolen bases. Decent hitting. We took with all our starters. We're like not projected to strike out that much. Wins. That's funny. Holds is. I didn't even know holds was a thing. Okay, interesting. I should have known that. With the. I didn't know that was a stat. I'm an idiot. All right, that's all right. I didn't know that was a real stat for fantasy baseball. We need home runs, don't we? Who would be projected to hit the most home runs that's left? Yeah. I mean, there's Reese Hoskins too. I always forget about Reese. How old is he now? 31? 32? Yeah, I mean, that's not terrible. That's where we're at now for first baseman. Oh, it's not terrible. Tyler O'Neill. That's an outfielder. Oh, good grief. There's Big Christmas, Noel. I do like Spencer Torkelson, but I don't know. Something tells me that once the season starts, he's going to be back to being just nothing. Uh-oh. Almost screwed that up. All right, let's go get Reese and just at least be set in that spot. We have too many DH. We have too many DH eligible spots. That's where the lack of steals come into play. We are not a fast team. I mean, Robert can steal Langford, Shaw. That's about it. Our team is not fleet of foot by any stretch. But see, but look at that. I'm projected. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. I was gonna say we're projected now to be seventh. Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny to see what that's all about. A little funny to see about. All right, so we got a pitcher spot and then two bench spots. So probably I might still draft Torkelson. Um, or Tovar. I mean, Tovar's still going to be there. Tovar's only 25. Like Tovar's. I don't know. Tovar is only 23. He's very young. And just 2 years ago, he stole 11 bases, jumped up to 26 home runs. I mean, who's to say that he can't do that again, but then steal like 10 bases? Like with a 3.7 WAR, I don't think people realize just how good of a player Ezekiel Tovar is. And I'm like, I don't know if he's probably not going to be there now because the auto pick, I guess, would be Tovar. I should have just taken him this whole entire time. Like, he's a legitimately really good player, and there's injuries that happen now. I think in retrospect, I should have just picked him up, but that is funny. Completely ignored, but I mean, it's a free draft. It is what it is. But we're talking about almost a 4 WAR player. Nobody wants him. But it just goes to show you, with just 19 roster spots, how many good players. I don't know. There's 4 more picks. If Tovar's still there, I'm just gonna take him. He can, yeah. I'm a little handicapped with Ozuna. Hopefully, he can play an outfield spot during the season, so he becomes outfield eligible. And then maybe during the season, at some point, we can slide Ozuna into the outfield and then put, somebody else in the utility spot. But yeah, 4 more picks. Let's see if Tovar's still there, and I will take him. If not, we will move on. I don't know how many closers are still available. Is Bednar the closer? Still haven't named a closer yet, so it's not good. Jansen, I think, is supposed to close for the Angels, right? So like this is a situation where you might draft Jansen, and as soon as he loses the closer spot, you better be ready to take Joyce. All right, yeah, we're gonna take Tovar, and then we'll take Jansen. I can't ignore the fact that a 4 war player basically, and then we'll take Jansen. The Angels aren't gonna win a lot of games. That's the unfortunate part of it all. And then so we're basically saying we're going to take Jansen, but it'll be Jansen or Joyce at some point for the closer spot, for one of our closer spots. Somebody will get hurt. We'll add another closer. But it is interesting now because you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total pitcher spots. I'm going to talk with my friend about this after the fact here. Um, that is just crazy because you used to concern yourself with you used to like kind of concern yourself with you can only get so many max starts during a season. Like I think it was like 150 starts or 180 total starts for your starters, and if you reach that point, you can no longer accumulate stats. So you kind of had to have a balance between how many starters you had, how many closers you had, or relievers in general. Um, but now that there's only 19 roster spots, does it even matter? Because I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starters. Um, I should have no concern, even if I picked another starter. Injuries happen. Like there's no concern. Like you used to have enough spots where you can. What you would do is often you would just. What you would do is often just put spot starters in. Like if there's not enough games, you can have an empty pitcher spot, and you would just cycle through whoever's starting that day because you just want to accumulate wins or accumulate stats. But it's got to the point now with that not that many spots that there's no reason to even do that anymore. You're just gonna have your set guys, and then that's it. And then if injuries happen, so be it. But okay, I lost my train of thought of who I was looking at down on the list. I should have been paying attention to that more than what I was talking about. There was one player. Oh yeah, Torkelson. I guess was the one I was going for. Oh no, Jansen. Kenley Jansen. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention here. Yeah, and then we'll take probably Torkelson, I guess, as the last one. Oh, I thought we were going to be projected to be last. Ooh, projected to be first place, my friend. I will see. He definitely loaded up like a lot of hitting. So I'm not surprised that he's up there. Perez can hit home runs. He's his catcher, DH, Bellinger. Excuse me. Eugenio Suarez, Seager, Alvarez, like his hitting. He did take James Wood, which I was thinking about doing myself. His pitchers are Otani. I mean, Otani's not even a pitcher. He's going to slide into the utility spot, I guess. I don't know how that works. I forget. Glasnow, Hoffman, Steele, Fairbanks, Senga, Martinez, yeah, Bryce Terang. Two more players to take. Two more players. Wait, no, I have one more player? I guess I have one more. I don't know why there's two bench spots, but I only have one more draft pick. Oh well. All right. I just wanted to do a live stream just for the heck of it. And we'll do a video tomorrow. I'm gonna try to post this video that I did. It's taken so long to. Yeah, I need a new editing software. That's got to be on my to-do list. Need new software. I can't think of any. I guess Cam Smith, just for the hell of it, right? Unless somebody drafted him just for kicks, we can take Cam Smith. The fact that he was ranked that low, that nobody thought he would make a team, is crazy. What if he does? What if he does well? I don't know. I don't know how well he could possibly do. It's just kind of. This is why I don't do good in fantasy drafts for the most part. I don't know who else really could be. Evan Carter got sent down. And there's been Joyce. Christian Campbell. He's gonna make the team and I guess play. I yeah. I mean, I don't know where he bats in that lineup. He did make the teams. I don't know why he wouldn't be playing every day. Oh, maybe we'll take Christian Campbell. The fact that he can slide in shortstop, second base, outfielder gives them some additional value. He was only projected to have 102 at bats in his projections. So if you multiply that by 4, you have 12 home runs, 20 steals. So if he gets playing time, he's projected to be a guy who can hit 15 home runs, steal 20 bases. It's not too crazy, and it's just a bit. All right, so I'm talking myself into taking Christian Campbell as the last pick, and I am tired. It's been a long day. We are going to end it after that. Hopefully, get this video published on YouTube. And we'll end it with Christian Campbell. Do a little chat with my friend. That'll do it. That's the team. That's how we rolled. Probably not a great team. I don't know. We'll see. Projected to be dead last. That's what I was hoping for, and that's what we got. Projected to be almost dead last, whereas my friend is projected to be almost first. Quite the dichotomy of how it ended up working out. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time.